Day 21, Mr. Kenzie's Integrated Algebra Review. Today we're going to talk about the sum and product of the roots, as well as the discriminant in describing the roots. For the first question, it says, using the quadratic formula, round each answer to the nearest hundredth. So the first thing we need to do is we need to put this into standard form. So I'm going to subtract the 6. So here I have 3x squared minus 2x minus 6 is equal to 0. And then we're going to plug in to the quadratic formula. Now, we want to state our a value. So our a is 3, our b is -2, our c is equal to -6. Our quadratic formula, once again, is x is equal to -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And we're going to plug those in. Now I'm going to start this for you and you're going to finish it. We have x is equal to negative. I'm going to put parentheses wherever I have variables. This will help with our signs as we talked about in this unit. You can always refer to the other videos that we used earlier. So once again, our b value, which is -2. We have our a value, which is 3. We'll put that there and there. And our c value, which is -6. We're then going to simplify. So we have x is equal to 2 plus or minus 2 times 3, all right, is 6. And then we're going to use our calculator. We can do this by hand. -2 squared is 4. -4 times 3 is -12. -12 times the -6 is going to give us a positive answer. It's going to give us 72. So we have 4 plus 72. All right, because once again, -2 squared. Here we have 4 plus -4 times 3 is -12. -12 times 6 should be 72. So when we combine these, we have 2 plus or minus radical 76 all over 6. Now the next thing that we are going to be doing, I'm going to go up here because I'm running out of room, is we're going to start to simplify. From there you will then get your answers in round to the nearest hundredth. That's the second decimal place. You'll finish that on your own. Here, number 2, find the discriminant. Now remember, the discriminant is just inside of the quadratic formula. The discriminant is equal to b squared minus 4ac. And once again, that comes from right here. That'll tell us about our roots. Now, this is a chart that you're going to be using. All right, and you might want to copy that down. Maybe pause this video and copy that chart down. You have to look at cases 1, 2, and 3. So for this, we have to put in standard form again. So I'm going to subtract 5x. So we have 4x squared minus 5x minus 3 is equal to 0. So here is our a value, our b, and our c. Make sure you have the signs with them. So we're going to plug this in. My b value is -5. Our a value is 4. Our c value is a -3. Make sure you just double check that you plugged everything in correctly. B is -5, A is 4, C is -3. So here we have 25. -4 times 4 should be -16. -16 times 3 should give me, or -3 should give me a positive 48. We're then going to add these two. So we should get 25 and 48. All right, should give us 73. So now that's our discriminant. We have to look at our cases. So the first thing we have to do is look at case 1. And we have to decide, is it 0 or positive, or is it negative? Well, we know it's 73 is positive, so therefore we know we have 2 real, that's case 1. We look at the next part. Is it 0 or non-zero? Well, 73 is obviously non-zero. So non-zero would be unequal. And then finally, we take a look at case 3. Once again, you should copy this down into your notes. Is it a perfect square or is it positive and not a perfect square? Well, 73 is not a perfect square. So therefore, it's going to be irrational. And then not only are we going to write irrational, but we're going to finish this by just writing roots. Now remember, the roots are also known as the zeros. They are also known as where the graph crosses the x-axis. So that would be our answer. Discriminant of 73, 2 real, unequal, irrational roots. Now for number 3 and 4, you're going to do the same thing, except this time they give you what the discriminant is. You don't have to find it. And you're just going to look at this table once again and decide what they are. Okay? Please take a look at the next page. This one right here, this is sum and product. Now I wrote down what the rules for this are. First thing we want to do for this is put it in standard form. So we're going to add 20. So we have 4x squared plus 16x plus 20 is equal to 0. And then we're just going to take and we're going to find our a value. Our a is 4, coefficients of each. B is equal to 16, and C is equal to 20. Now I'm going to take those and plug them in here. So my B value is 16. My A value is 4. So negative 16 divided by 4 would give me a negative 4 for our answer. So that's the sum. The product is C over A. So we're going to take our C value, which is 20. Make sure you set it equal to 0 over A. So therefore our product is equal to 5. So those are our 2 answers. You're going to do the same thing for number 6. The last thing that we are going to do is we're going to do we're not going to do B, but we are going to do A. It says given 2 roots form an equation with integral coefficient. Remember, what we want that means we need integers for our coefficients. That's like whole positive or negative numbers. First thing we need to do is we need to find the sum and the product. So the sum is just adding them. So we have negative 4 plus negative 5. That gives us a negative 9. We're then going to find our product. Well, product is multiplication. So we have negative 4 times negative 5, which is 20. Now we're going to take these 2 numbers, we're going to write our equation. So we have y is equal to x squared. I'm going to bring this down. Now remember, just like the previous problems, our sum is negative b over a. So it starts off with a negative, but then we have a negative 9, and we're going to attach an x to it because that's the linear coefficient. We then bring down the 20, and for this one, it's c over a. There's no changing of signs, so we should bring that down as positive. The last thing that I need to do is change my sign, negative and a negative, to get x squared plus 9x plus 20. And there's our equation. Now I do have integers as coefficients here. That's 1, 9, and 20, so there's no fractions or decimals. Thank you.